Manor, Eden Hall Upper Elementary, Rams. Number 5, Dave Merlot, Archangel Gabriel Catholic School, Knights. Number 6, Brody Carter, Hudson Middle School Explorers. 9, William Sproul, Marshall Middle, Tiger. 10, Luca Filiaggi, Franklin Elementary, NA Tigers. 11, Jack Rio, Seneca Valley Raiders. 16, Colin Julius, Myers Area Centennial School District, Fighting Planets. 18, Carter Shoe, Peters Township Indians. Number 20, Cruz Armstrong, Eden Hall Upper Elementary, and we are Rams. Number 24, Brady Ferris, Neil Armstrong Middle School, Bethel Park, Blackhawks. Number 29, Preston Clutter, Hampton Middle School, Talbots. 34, Valley After High, Marjorie Centennial School, Fighting Planets. Number 43, Cam Evans, St. Hilliard Parish School, Celtics. 77, Jake Starr, Seneca Valley Raiders.
Number 78, Austin Wu, Marshall Elementary School, Tigers. 88, Brandon Kaminsky, Marshall Middle School, Tigers. 90, Tano Blah, Hay Middle School, Raiders.
Good evening, Swirly Nation, and welcome back to the Glacier Ice Arena. Outside of the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, for the second round-robin game between the Northern Wisconsin Junior Gamblers and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Your starting lineups brought to you by the trading table at the Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township. In net for the Penguins, number 1, William Hanner. The defense, number 34, Rylan Ofterhide, and number 16, Dalton Julius. The forwards, the left wing, number 24, Brady Parrish. The right wing, number 9, William Sproul. And at center, number 43, Cameron Evans. Harris carries to the right-hand side, centers one. In front, Evans can't get it through. A good chance there for the Pens. And back come the Gamblers. That'll be Skelton into the corner, pressured by Villela. Centering pass, no one home for the Penguins, defending in front as it comes all the way through to Filiaggi. Evans was able to get a quick change. That puck fired up ice right to the stick of Sproul, who drives into the inside, but he's fended off nicely by a Gambler defenseman. Filiaggi with the puck pressure as the puck goes off of his skate. It's held in by Carter as Sproul skates by to get a line, to complete the line change. Starr will get to the puck and bank it back into the Green Bay zone. Carried in behind by Green Bay as they try to break out the left side. Pressured immediately by Filiaggi. Kept in by Villela, but not for long as it comes to center, where it's kicked to the corner.
Fired in behind where Kaminsky will get there. Now Ofterheide will follow on. Shub out to Filiaggi. He weaves through center, trailing behind the rushing Carter. Ultimately drops it to Ofterheide, and then he'll give it right back to Filiaggi. To the corner for Shub. Shub back to Carter, and that shot just wide of the blocker side. As Shub will get there. It's fired off the boards, maybe off the bench. Will continue play here. That's getting to it Toronto for the Gamblers. Ofterheide will play it back out to center, where the Gamblers will look to regroup. Gist loses control. And back to Toronto, who'll gain the Penguins' end. Around a defender and pickpocketed there by Jack Reel. Jack Reel up the right, chips it behind the defender, and gives chase. Penguins completing a line change behind as Reel's line mates will join him in the person of Wu and Armstrong. Wu gets to the puck. And the Penguins will pressure in the corner, but spinning out of there is Ware as he's able to find free ice and look for Wolf from cross ice. That's picked off by Villela, who drives the offensive zone, cuts to the outside, shoots one blocker side. That's stopped and kicked out by the Gambler goaltender. Wolfram will begin the breakout. He was looking for Ware. It goes past him to Reel. Reel loses control, and Starr will come back, defending nicely with the body to get possession and come back up through center. Starr pressured there, and it's a turnover at center ice. A 3-on-1 developing for the Gamblers. Wu with the back check makes it a 3-on-2. A blocker saved by Hanner, kicked all the way out to the stick of Starr, and now Reel will get possession and fire it all the way down. It's on net, so no icing. And the Gambler goaltender is Johnson. He sets it up behind the net. Gamblers on a breakout. Off of the stick of Warich. Down went Armstrong at the blue line. Penguins looking to complete another line change as Sproul has it in behind. Cycling, and he just tosses it right to the Gambler forward, who starts the breakout from there. It'll be Ofterheide, picking it up behind. Snaps it off for Sproul. He drags it on the backhand, gets a little bit of room, skates into a bit of trouble. It'll pop free to Evans, who fires it and skips just over the net. The field goal's up, it's good, but that doesn't count in hockey, unfortunately. Villela cuts off the Gambler advance, but Skelton will stick with it. Evans will knock the puck to the corner. Gamblers follow on. It's Boyce out of the corner, wrapping it around now, trying to loft it over the shoulder. Getting to the rebound is Parrish. He'll drop it for Evans, who loses it to Boyce at center, and they'll battle there. Turning back with it, Hare for the Gamblers. Cross ice pass to Massert. Massert dumps it in. Julius lost it in his feet for a moment. He's able to pick the puck up and play it up the boards once and twice. And it'll be Carter Shub working it the whole way out to center. Evans with the pressure there as the Gamblers dump it back in behind the Penguins net for Villela. Villela tries for Paris. It's off of his stick but gets free. He'll find Evans at center. He's got Shub going with him. He finds Shub. Shub back to Evans. And a shot in off the pads and just past the stick of Evans there as the Penguins get a good scoring chance. Good neutral zone puck movement there. Evans to Shub. Starr will pick it up. Fires into the offensive zone left side. Carries on his backhand. Stops. Tosses it in behind. Players down on the ice as Shub will get to it. Now Carter. Carter back to the corner for Shub. Shub will nudge it. Oh, Shub is hammered from behind into the wall. And it'll be a body checking call. We'll see if it's an additional. It'll at least be a minute and a half. Really get the misconduct to go with it. It was kind of, it wasn't straight into the wall. It was more of an angle. So it looks like we'll get the 1.5. Minute penalty, and that's going to be on 22 Boyce. And the Penguins head to the Sir Pete's power play. A power play that had 2 goals in the first game, a tie against Little Caesars. The Gamblers also coming off of a tie against the Fury. So both of these teams unbeaten, but also without a win. Wu battles on the wall. Knocked in behind the Gambler net where Reel will pressure. Off the it out to center. Bounces off of their hide and following on to Gambler. Star hustles back and we'll get a high stick. A high stick on the puck. We'll bring it all the way back to the Gambler. And a minute 8 left on the Sir Pizza Power. The Gamblers are in gray today. Gray jerseys with black pants and gray socks. And they've got some black and gold striping. Black buckets, a nice logo on the chest is pretty cool as well. You can look up the Junior Gambler logo or zoom in on your TV. Ofterhide possesses. The Penguins are in black. The black gold with the gold penguin on the chest. One timer for Star, just wide of the streaking Armstrong there. The gold penguin logo on the chest, the black pants, black socks, all with gold striping and the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. Winding clock on the PK are the Gamblers in the Penguins corner. Wu will come away with it. He's looking for Real. Real waves at it, can't get control the first time. He got some stick-to-itiveness to him as it bounces to Star. Star able to get it back to Real. 1-on-3 here. He'll delay and he'll dump it into the corner. Evans will give chase. Out for Villela, cut off there by Villela. Kept in, now it's Sproul turning with it. He'll dangle one, looking, firing, short side, rebound, Parrish, now Evans. Neither of them get it through, and we get a whistle. So a quick whistle there as the puck bouncing free. All but in between the hash marks. Referee must have lost sight, blew the whistle. Penalty over for the Gamblers. The Penguins unable to convert as out of the box comes Boyce, and they try to hit him with the streaking stretch pass. Cutting inside, number 27 for the Gamblers, diving down to the ice. The puck cleared and knocked to the outside by Paris, picked up by Evans. He'll get it out to center. He is hammered along the wall, and Warridge is going to head back to the Sidman. The Pens are going to head back to the power play, but only after Green Bay gets possession. They have not done so, now they do. And we're going to get a body checking call here on 27 March. Boarding Evans. Filiaggi to the dot. Leans in. Whistle blows and we're underway. Getting it to shoot. A drop pass, dangerous there to Kaminsky. He'll lose possession and back come the Gamblers as they fly up ice. It's Boyce, cut off by Star. He'll pick it up and curl behind his own net. Boyce continues with the pressure the whole way behind. Star will take the room he has. Getting whacked at from behind as he'll carry to the left. Into the offensive zone, cutting to the middle, right to the stick of Carter who fires one wide. Shub will get there. Shub looking, trying to center one. It's blocked and taken over by Filiaggi. Now Shub back to Filiaggi. Filiaggi uses the ref as a screen. Now leaves it for Shub as the Penguins work in the corner. They try to advance out of there. Shub will get knocked down. Filiaggi follows on and finds the point man Ofterhide. Ofterhide sends a cross ice for Star. It doesn't get through. There's a Gambler, but the pressure coming from Carter frees it up to Filiaggi as the Pens keep it in. At the blue line, it's Star. Off the boards, indirect looking for Filiaggi. Turning with it, Hare throws it all the way around for Boyce, and he'll try to exit the zone. That's kept by Ofterhide, who tries to feather a sauce pass in for Filiaggi that's blocked. Pens changing behind the play. 13 seconds left on the power play as Boyce pops free. Star with the pressure, able to get possession and pop it into the corner where the Pens will look to set things up. Pens complete the line change as Star fires it all the way up for Real. Power play over. Real into the offensive zone. He'll shoot short side and it trickles all the way through, but doesn't find the net. Armstrong battling back in the corner. Ultimately, the puck comes out to Skelton, who will come up the right, cut to the middle. It's a 3-on-2 developing as the Gamblers pop it into the corner where Villela will be the first one there. He rims it around all the way to the point, but no further. Back in front pressure from Julius as Wu knocks it off of the stick of Ertl, and the Pens are right back in the Gambler zone. A centering feed from Real all the way to Armstrong. Armstrong turns with it in the corner. Sends it across off the boot of Ertl and back to center for Julius. Julius to Valella. Valella out to center for Wu. He turns it right back to the middle. It's off the skate of Real and dumped in by Armstrong. Real, first one to get there. He's looking. Harris drives to the outside. Star, as the Gamblers kick it out past the point. Real lost possession there as he tried to run a switch with Star. It'll be Paris now. Paris into the offensive zone, off the boot of Evans, streaking to the net, and turning it back come the Gamblers. Paris on the back check, forces the play all the way to the Penguin corner. Picked up there by Skelton, turning with it in the corner. Star, good job to use the body to protect the puck. He'll work to Paris. Paris all the way across. He was looking, I don't know what he was looking for. He split the two Penguin forwards, Evans and Sproul. And back comes Green Bay. Ware worked it to the corner. Spinning out of that one is Star. Now Evans. Evans rims it behind for Ofteride. Ofteride to Sproul. Sproul has Paris, and it skips over his stick. As time expires in period one, your Penguins trail 1-0 here at Glacier Ice Arena in Chicago. It's the CCM World Invite Chicago. We are back live. We have 14 minutes on the clock. We'll switch sides here and we'll get period two underway. The Gamblers, a goal by Wolfram, lead 1-0. Face off. Won by the Gamblers, back to host. Weaving into the zone was Peranto, but he's turned back the other way. And here comes Filiaggi. He cuts to the middle as Shub drives the center. That's turned back the other way by the Gamblers all the way into the Pens end. A battle in the corner, supported by Filiaggi and Shub. It'll come to Shub. He'll tap it over for Filiaggi, who's able to escape the zone, but Host turns it right back. The Gamblers changing at their bench as Ofteride picks it up. Did a great job not to get called for too many men there. His indirect pass picked off by Ertl, who comes into the Penguin zone, but he's swiped immediately by Filiaggi. Look at the back check by the Gamblers to make this 2-on-2 a 2-on-3 that works its way to the corner for Shub, who rims it around for Carter in the opposite corner. He'll switch with Valella, who gets pinned up a bit. A battle on the half wall, Filiaggi, Valella. Shub comes into it and is able to get it over to Carter. It pops free. Filiaggi winds in front and his shot's up and over the net. Penguins with a couple scoring chances that they have missed high. Evans shot one over the net, and that time Filiaggi splits the uprights. Wu with the offensive zone faceoff. Tied it up, but Penguins' wings weren't able to get in there. Gamblers force it back out to center for Star. Star off the wall for Armstrong, who taps it into the Gambler end. Pressured by Wu, supported by Armstrong. And now Real following on with the puck pressure. He forces it back the other way, using that long reach to be disruptive and force the turnover at the point to Villela. Wu will skate to the corner and buzz out, looking to center it just behind Armstrong, and back out to center come the Gamblers. It'll be Real into the offensive zone. Carrying wide, looking. He'll cut to the middle, try to go to the backhand. That one skitters wide of the cage. Real stays on it though. Cuts to the middle. He sends one that just misses the post on a full split by the Green Bay goaltender. Wu this time shoves one past. This line working hard in the offensive zone here. It ultimately gets kicked all the way down. It's an onside play, no icing either. As we tick inside of 11:30 to play in period number 2. Star pressures behind. Sending a player crashing to the ice as it's out to Real. Real will gain the blue line and dump it in. Penguins need a change. All 3 forwards head off as the Gamblers try to break out. They'll throw the stretch pass up. Skelton gets control near center. That puck sent all the way across. Picked up there by a Gambler who sends it back in front and sends a puck just wide of Hanner. Picked up by Sproul. He's around one, carrying through center. Needs to move the puck there. He skates right into danger, and it's a turnover. Back to the Gamblers. Wolfram weaving through center and dumping it in. Alfteride will get there. He falls down in the corner, nudged a bit from behind. It'll be Sproul wrapping it back around, looking for Paris on the opposite wing. Coming in with help is Kaminsky, but a centering feed cut off by Alfteride, and back come the Penguins. It's Paris. He finds Evans coming through center. Tries to go around the defender. He was gapped up on a bit, gets the poke check on it, but Sproul follows on with great puck pressure to free it up. Evans coming out of the corner. Cuts to the back of the net. Turning. Rims it around for Julius at the point. He steps through the puck at the half wall, trying to center it. It's kicked back out by the Gamblers, but kept in by Carter. Evans with the puck pressure, now Carter following on his Sproul, and it kicks all the way to center for Villela as he'll wind into the offensive end. A drop pass for Carter. A stick lift and back come the Gamblers. Sending it cross ice for Wolfram. He stops in the corner. Finds his point man. They'll send it back for Wolfram, skipping over his stick. Rimmed around by Filiaggi, I believe, yes? For a battle in the corner. Comes back out to the point. That shot blocked by the Pens defenseman Villela and picked up by Filiaggi, who finds Shu through center. Leaving it behind for Carter. His shot is stopped and gloved. A nice save moving right to left by the Gambler netminder. Shot coming from the top of the circles off the stick of Carter. Blue Real Armstrong. Who wins it to Armstrong, who lofts it back. A bit of a sauce pass that skips over the stick of Star, who will have to chase it all the way behind his own net. Pens try to run the breakout. It'll be reaching back. The stick of Real to fly up the right-hand side with speed. Cuts to the outside. Short side shot. It went in, but no call. The referee not able to see it as it banked off a couple players. The referee did not see it. Back comes the Gamblers, who drive in front. And pushing and shoving will ensue as a stick in on the hands of Hanner. It looks like it's a Gambler going to the box for what will probably be a slash here. So the Pens are going to head to the Seven Fields, the Sir Pizza power play. Face-off will come all the way into the Gambler end. minute and a half, I think a minute and a half penalty here. It'll be Evans, Sproul, Paris, Julius, and Ofterman. Well, actually, we're going to get, I don't know what we're getting. Gambler's trying to add somebody. It looks like they're calling a headshot, which could be a major. We'll see what they put on the clock. The Pens will be on the Sir Pizza power play. It's a minute and a half penalty, but with 2 guys in the box leads me to believe it was a 2 and a 10. So a misconduct penalty as well. Evans wins it back to Julius. Julius to the corner, or to Ofterheide, who finds the corner for Paris. He's bumped, and it'll come free to Sproul. Sproul was thought about a cutting Ofterheide there. He'll possess as the Penguins will work the puck around. Julius and Sproul switch. Looking, finding Evans, and he can't get the shot off. A great stick shot block there, but the Pens able to keep it in. A great pressure from Sproul. Now Paris back to Ofterheide. Back to Paris. Working it back to the middle, waving at it. Evans can't get it through. Unable to get a stick on it. And we have another up high shot here as Villela gets control at center, leaves it to Ofterheide. He's turned back at the blue line. It'll be Villella's turn again. Banking it into the corner, giving chase. Looking, centering feed. Off the stick of Parrish back to Sproul at the point. He's got a cannon, he'll step in. Can't get the shot off. And back come the Gamblers. Quickly turning a one-on-one into a breakaway. And a shorthanded goal. Gamblers win the draw. Penguins still on the Sir Pizza power play. 2-0 lead now for Green Bay. As Carter drives wide, tries to center it. Off of a stick, can't get it through to Shue. Sent all the way down, it'll be Villela. Hounded from behind. Both players fall to the ice. Filiaggi follows on, but fanning on it. A clearing attempt, but the Gamblers are offsides. At the face-off. Face-off one back, a D-to-D play. All the way into the zone for Kaminsky. Kaminsky snaps it to Ofterheide. Ofterheide able to get it up for Carter, who finds Shube. He drives in. 3, now 4 Gamblers back as always. Very sound defensive team so far. Keeping most of the Penguin chances to the outside. Carter turns out, but right there's a Gambler to turn it back the other way. It'll be Wolfram up the right. Banks it in behind the Penguins defense, and it'll be Kaminsky picking it up. He turns it right back towards Wolfram, and back come the Gamblers. A centering pass cut off by Shube. A nice job there by the Penguins forward in the defensive zone. Ribbed around for Wolfram. He stays with the puck. Battled in the corner. Filiaggi frees it up right to the Gamblers as it comes back to the point for Hare. He's pressured by Carter. Ofterheide will take control, use the boards to give himself some space, and reverse the breakout side over to Shube, whose centering pass cut off and kept in the Pens' end. It's all Gamblers right now, just hemming the Penguins in here. Back to the streaking player coming off the bench, most recent goal scorer, Skelton. Drives down Main Street but can't get it through all the legs as it pops to the corner. Now back to the point. A shot from outside goes wide of everyone, and when it's touched, it'll be a high stick on Green Bay and an offensive zone draw for the Penguins. Penguins trailing 2-0 here in the second. Wu, Reel, and Armstrong on the ice. Wu wins it to Reel. Reel spins it back, but Villela not there. And streaking in, pressuring Villela is 27. And now Villela hammers Warich into the wall, no call. Penguins get away with one there as the Gamblers send one wide of the Pens net. It'll be Real firing it cross ice looking for Armstrong. It goes between the wickets there, but Armstrong follows up and advances it into the Gambler zone where Wu pressures. Villela, and now he stays with it, taps it forward. Rimmed around by the Gamblers and out through center. Julius pinching at the point. It'll be Skelton in on another breakaway as he cuts in front of Armstrong. And this time Hanner's there to say no. Wu gets to the puck. Fires it up for Real. Real just fires a backhander to the middle. It's a 2-on-1 for the Gamblers. A one-timer from Skelton kept out by Hanner. A turnover behind the Penguins net. Back out in front. Skelton again. Hanner there. And William Hanner coming up huge to keep this a 2-0 game. .4:31 to go, second period. Ware and Evans on the draw. Evans wins it back. But cutting right in is a Gambler forward. Nobody ties up the wings, and they'll center one. Back to the point. Evans gets there. He'll cut it off, and Pens at least fire it out the center, giving chase Paris. Paris with the puck pressure, turning it back out the center. Evans will pick it off and possess there. Now he'll pressure on the forecheck. He and Sproul. And a nice back pressure there from Evans. Frees it up Paris. Paris tips it over, but right to the Gamblers, who will reverse and try to run the break out the other side. Getting it up to the wing as Sproul nicely cuts in front, reads that play, he'll fire one, it's blocked off of his shin pad. Can't get it through. And back comes Green Bay, it's Ware through center. Back checking this time, Paris. Frees it up for Sproul. Sproul turning at center, loses it right at the Penguin, or right at the Gambler blue line, and they'll toss it back into the Pens net. Paris pressuring there, able to get control. Right back to the Gamblers as they are like rabid dogs on a puck right now. Every time the Pens turn around, there's a Gambler. They're just out working the Pens lead. Firing it around behind, looking. Wolfram spins away from Kaminsky. Evans will come back and get possession, banking it off the wall for Sproul. He can't get possession, and right back come the Gamblers. That's Haneke, and it's up off the post. Another 10-bell scoring chance on a Penguin turnover. The Penguins turn it over in front of the net this time. It'll be cleared by Kaminsky. Now Paris. Can he get it out of the zone? He cannot. It's at the blue line, followed on by Kaminsky, pushing and shoving, and it's finally out. Well, it was out the center, but banked off of a Gambler in the Pens. This time they'll reverse. Nice job there to get it over to Starr on the right as he carries in. Tries to cut to the middle. It comes free. Puck is loose in the crease, and Starr just couldn't get the twig on it. A great power move to the middle there by Starr, trying to cut this lead in half as Carter winds in. He'll be forced to the outside. Leaving it for Shu. Shu turning with it. Now Filiaggi. Off the right. Dancing around one. Cuts back to the middle. Now behind. Looking. They'll lay it over for Carter and then drive, but it's off the backhand. Picked up there by Filiaggi. He'll rim it around this time to Shu. He's unable to get possession, and back come Masser, and out of the zone goes the puck. Julius will chase it down in the Penguins' end. 1:40 to play in the second. Pens trailing by a pair. Haven't been able to get the offense going. Shu unable to get control. Harrell try for the Gamblers, and he'll stick with it, working it to Skelton. Skelton poke checked by Ofterhide, but the Gamblers rim it all the way around behind. Boyce there, back to Hare. Hare at the blue line, winding, firing, a deflection, kept out by the handman. Boyce behind the net trying to wrap it around. Hanner there to make another stop. Filiaggi and Julius will battle behind. fighting over a bottle of Pantene Pro-V along the boards. It'll be the Gamblers getting control back to Hare. His one-time slap shot flickers wide of the cage. And the Gamblers turn it right back in the Penguins' end. Penguins hemmed in again. Filiaggi to the puck. Banks it off the boards for Ofterite. Ofterite gets it to Carter, and the Pens escape their zone out the center. He'll dump, and the Penguins will get a much-needed change. On comes Wu, Armstrong, and Reel. Starr and Villela. It'll be Villela. Now Starr. Starr runs into some trouble, and back comes Skelton, twisting one towards the front. Poke checked off the stick of Boyce. Staying on it, Villela. Now Wu. Freed up by the Gamblers, but kept it at the blue line. That shot deflects and trickles just wide of a stretched out Hanner. So the second period ends and the Penguins trail 2-0. Goals from Skelton and Wolfram have the Gamblers leading here 2-0 from Chicago. This round robin action in the CCM World Invite. A loss in this could potentially send the Penguins packing tomorrow. Gathering around assistant coach Jason Julius manning the bench today for Ray Conway. He's flanked by Chris Shue and the goalie whisperer Jake Hannon. So we're going to put 14 minutes on the clock, and the Penguins have some work to do, folks. Penguins trail 2-0. Evans, Filiaggi, Reel, Ofteride, and Kaminsky. 5 for the Pens. Evans taps the puck back, but skating right into it, a Green Bay forward. We're noticing the wings of the Penguins getting beat by the wings here a lot on these faceoffs. Filiaggi with some pressure. The Gamblers able to keep it in. Tapping it out to center is Ofteride. No off. Heavens to Betsy. They make the call. Bit delayed there, but they got it right, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Evans will lean in. This time, winning it all the way back to Often, to Kaminsky, to Reel. Off his backhand and freed up by the Gamblers. Comes all the way to the opposite wall. Evans will pressure. It'll be Ofteride picking it up in the Penguin zone. He'll cut up the middle. He finds Filiaggi. Filiaggi has Evans on the center drive. Filling in the high slot is Reel. He goes to Evans, and it's off the goaltender and into the corner. A nice save and kick there. Reel gets to it. He tries to center one, but it's through 2 players. And back come the Gamblers. It's Wolfram. Up the wing. Villela gets there. Villela will battle, and as well as Filiaggi. Now Evans chopping at it. And ultimately it's the Gamblers coming free. It'll be poked up free by Starr, who has Evans, who finds Reel with a beautiful breakout pass. And the Penguins have cut the lead in half. The real deal, Jack Reel, buries the feed from Cameron Evans. But that play starts all the way back with the poke check by Jake Starr. It freed the puck up in the Penguins' defensive zone for Evans to skate into it. And A high-level pass right up the seam finds Real streaking behind the Gambler defense, and it is 2-1 here in Chicago. And the Penguins gain life from this. It'll be Sproul into the offensive zone, tapping it forward into the corner. He'll peel away as the Gamblers pull it out the other side. Armstrong with the pressure. Wu covering the point. Julius was trying for him, but it'll be sent all the way down by Green Bay, and it'll be an offensive zone draw. The scoreboard here incorrect, shows 2-0. It is a 2-1 game. Your scoreboard on the screen is correct. Wu leans in. Wins it cleanly to Armstrong. Back to Kaminsky. He'll pop it into the corner for Wu. Spinning with it, turning with it. And tapping it back in behind it'll be Sproul. It's dangerous from back here. He's got those mitts. He's able to work it back out in front, trying to find Wu. It'll come all the way free to Starr. Starr tries for Wu again. And the Gamblers come away with it. Firing up the outside, Skelton, but Boyce was in offsides, and we will get an offside play. Face off back out to center. It'll be Carter, Paris, and Shu. Paris leans in. Gamblers win that one. But a Penguin defenseman, this time Julius with that poke check, freeing it up. Shub fires it all the way in, and Carter will go to work. Carter with the pressure. Turning away from him is Ware, as the Gamblers try to exit, but it's off of a number of sticks up off of the ceiling here at the ice block. And it'll be an offensive zone draw for Paris. Villela and Julius at the point. 11:15 to play, a 2-1 game. Rimmed around, cut off by Villela. Brought out of there by the Gamblers as they try to go the whole way across. Paris will get there, waving at it, tapping it forward, and ultimately Paris ends up with it. He can't pull it around the defender. And look at the back check by Shoup, turning a 2-on-2 into a 2-on-3. That was what we saw a lot of there by the Gamblers. Now, and it pays off. The Pens end up with possession back into the Gambler zone. Carter there, he reverses, tried to put it in the zone. Shoup was already in there, and it'll be an offside play. Evans to the faceoff. Faceoff won by the Gamblers, but there's the wing pressure this time for the Penguins as Filiaggi frees it up. Real gets a stick on it. He'll have the back pressure, pick the pocket, fire one, rebounds there for Filiaggi, and the Penguins have tied the game at 2. They've reunited Evans, Filiaggi, and Real, and in 2 shifts, they've tied the game at 2. That play back to the opening faceoff, right? The faceoff, this time, the Penguins get immediate pressure from Filiaggi. The Gamblers win it, but he's able to get a stick in there because he activates right off the draw. Excellent job there by the Penguins wings, and this time it results in a goal for the good guys. As Ofteride will protect behind his own net and rim it around for Real. Real, looking. He tries to tap it up, and Evans will give chase. He's around the defender into the offensive zone, cutting to the middle, firing one in, and stopped off the pads. A great outlet pass there by Jack Real. He was able to get off as Sproul jumps off. Sproul dislodges the puck once, twice. The third time it's popped in on Hanner, who will get a cover and take a bit of a whack. Armstrong and Sproul. Face-off won by the Gamblers. Back to the point. That's knocked down by the glove of Star, and he starts the rush back the other direction. Hounded from behind. Again, these Gamblers have great back pressure. Freed up by Armstrong with great forecheck. Into the corner it goes for Wu. Wu and Army do battle. Army taps it over for Sproul. Sproul in behind the net. All three Penguin forwards actually behind the net. As Star pinches down from the point, it'll skip over the stick of Wu. Back for Villela. And he's under pressure. The Penguins need to get back on that. They will. It'll be Star, and he'll send it up for Sproul. Banked into the corner on the Wu pressure. Sproul will get there. Centering one, nobody home, and back come the Gamblers. Chasing him down from behind is Wu. Off the ride, cuts that play off. Armstrong will follow on now, Julius. The Gamblers regrouping it. They turn into a 3-on-2. Some Penguins are changing behind the play here as it pops free and is tapped behind. The Penguins with a bit of a difficult change there. The shot came in, the rebound sat loose, and it was tapped behind Hanner to make it 3-2. Harris on the draw. Back to the Gambler, right here in reverse. Using an indirect pass to try to run a breakout. It'll be Shu getting to it on the half. The second clearing attempt here by Harris successful as he's able to spring Ware into the Penguin zone where the long twig of Paris breaks it up to the corner, followed on by Shu. Shu gets it out to Carter, and the Penguins start what could be a 3-on-2. Backed off the boards, chasing it down Carter. He frees it up for Shu. Shu cutting to the middle, carries around behind, finds Paris, but it's right between the wickets. Just in his feet and cleared by the Gamblers. Kaminsky to Star. Star up for Carter. Carter tries to dangle one, but it's knocked back out the center where Star will get control. He'll hit Evans, fresh off the bench. Working there now, it's Carter. Carter at center loses control. And back come the Gamblers, a 2-on-1, a shot from the outside glove, and held by Hanner. Defensive zone draw for Evans. Back to the point by the Gamblers, shot from the outside, that's blocked by Evans right to Filiaggi. Filiaggi working on the backhand, but look at the pressure there. Immediately on the forecheck, it's freed up for Wolfram. His shot skipping around in front, gathered by Julius. Banking it off the boards to Evans. Evans up to Filiaggi. Filiaggi tying up a stick. Can they free up Real for a second time? No, not this time. Evans will lean in, get a bit of a bump, and it comes to Julius. Julius will gain the zone. Driving into the middle, leaving one there. Evans taps it over to the half wall. Wolfram will be the first one there, who springs Ertl. It banks off of his stick, able to get it back in front, turning it back in the middle was a junior Gambler, and Real doing a nice skate to stick pop play there. Ultimately that's broken up, and it'll be Julius's time to find Real. He skates with it. He's got Filiaggi flying up ice. He'll cut back and circle around instead. Jack Real carrying the puck. Fires one about knee-high at Filiaggi. It'll be cut off by Evans. He steps in, reverses angle, and it's tapped just wide of the cage by Real. Evans will get to it. Banking it off the boards. Looking to center. He'll rim it around to Kaminsky. Back to Evans. Evans, a one-time pass. He was looking for the stick of Filiaggi. It's just behind him. Back come the Gamblers. Boyce fires it up over the net. Not to town in Pennsylvania, the player for the Gamblers. Here's Wu getting it. Coming up through center, it's a 1-on-2. He'll fire from the outside, and that sits right at the bottom of the feet, right at the pad of the Gambler goaltender. And Penguins will have an offensive zone draw. Just under 6 minutes to play here. 8 minutes gone. In this third period, the Penguins got 2 to tie it up. The Gamblers strike back. And Valella's under pressure. And a Penguin turnover at the blue line is covered up by a back-checking Sproul, who's able to get it to Wu. Wu looks for Armstrong. He'll chase it into the corner, leaving it for Wu, who's got possession here. He reverses to Armstrong. Armstrong trying to center one. It's on the back of the cage. Right to Sproul, who comes out from behind and sends one off the side of the net. A good scoring chance there is a cleared pass stopped by Starr at the blue line. Wu with the pressure keeps it, able to work it to Starr. Starr now to Armstrong. Armstrong losing it at the top of the zone, but Wu will gain possession and play it back to his defender. It'll be Starr. Now Armstrong tapping it forward. Back come the Gamblers. Right side Wolfram off the pad of Hanner and into the corner. Moving around one, but freeing it up is Julius. Julius and Carter now a 2-on-3 for the Penguins. Paris, the trailer, gets into the play as the puck works to the corner. It's rimmed all the way around. Schub will be the first one to get there. He puts it back into the corner for Paris. Paris stopping and turning. Sends it to Carter. Carter wrapping around, pulling. Can't find anybody. He'll use deception to free up some space. Schub will get in, and he'll end up winning the battle, getting it to Paris, and it's in the back of the net! More puck pressure! Carter with the stops and starts in the corner, and Carter Schub in support reads the play, and he's a smart young man because he was able to put his body between the player and the puck as the puck squirted out. That body position freed up the hands to make the centering pass for the finish by the twinkling lights of Paris. And the Penguins tie the game at 3. 4:17 to play. Third period, Filiaggi gets to the puck, drives to the left side, carrying on his backhand, a power move there. Twisting, turning, centering one. Nobody home. Real was coming over to help support. It'll be Starr back to it for the Pens. He's pressured. Skelton skips around him. Centering pass. And right back is Boyce to bury one as the Pens defense were unable to get control. In, frees it up looking for Real. Real was headed up ice there. Villella with an errant pass picked off by the Gamblers. Another shot in, this one gloved by Hanner. Steps in. Vella now Sproul. Sproul up the left. Banks it off the boards. Supported by Armstrong. But back come the Gamblers. Banking it off the wall. Boyce getting to it, but Julius with a great job there to cut that play off. Vella turns it up ice for Wu. Wu into the offensive zone. Goes between one. Carries. Looking. He can't get the shot off with a couple sticks up into the hands. Nice defense there. Kaminsky will fire it into the Green Bay end, but it'll be an offside play. 3:11 to play. Penguins with 3 third-period goals have been countered here by Green Bay's 2. And Green Bay holds a 4-3 lead, but the Penguins have been charging. Let's see. They've been charging like my wife on Amazon. It'll be, I'm kidding. It'll be Armstrong. Back for Kaminsky, over to Offer. Banked off the boards, looking for Sproul. He'll pressure. Wu in as well. That pressure frees it up to Offerite, who comes right down Main Street. Fires one in, rebound loose in front. And the whistle blows. Paris and Shu. Won by the Gamblers. Wrap it around Villela. Hustling over, trying to cut it off. The Gamblers able to fire it out the center, though, where Paris will pick it up. He snaps across ice to Shu. He'll dangle a bit, gain the blue line, and drive the right-hand side all the way to the corner. Tries to play it around behind for Carter. It comes out in front for Parrish, who spins one back in front, where it stopped and covered. 2:25 to play. Penguins need to get one, at least. Be the Gamblers behind the net. Banking it off the boards. To the corner for Starr. Tanner still in the net. Starr in behind, and it'll be Skelton coming out. Wolfram blazing up ice. Oh, maybe that's 27. Maybe 27. All the way to Boyce. Boyce taps it behind. It'll be Starr. He falls down on the play. Centering pass. Comes all the way out the center. Green Bay will tap it forward, but right to the stick of Shu. Shu turning, trying to send it back for Starr. It'll go off of a stick and get the whole way back there. Fired in by the Pens, followed on by Shu into the corner. It's on as Jack Reel pressures the puck, but it's freed up and Skelton. One-on-one with Julius. And Julius with a nice defensive play there and a beautiful back check by Ofterheim. As ultimately Reel comes away with it. He's got Evans driving to the outside. Filiaggi comes into the high slot. A puck skips off of two skates and cleared by Green Bay. Skelton tries to go for the empty net. First try, no good. Second try off the side of the cage. Julius tries for it. Now Wu follows on. It'll be ultimately Filiaggi. Filiaggi to Reel. Reel up the right. Cuts around one. Wolfram will cut in front of him. Take possession. Evans' pressure will free it up there for Reel. Out to Starr at the blue line. Starr drives right down the right side. Looking. That puck scatters in front, and it's in the cage. The puck is in the net. They say no! We'll see. The referees are deliberating here. The puck went between the legs of the goalie into the cage. I think the entire goaltender was in the net. Explaining what they see. As we get a conference by the officials. The job is to make the call they believe to be correct. We believe it should be a Penguins goal. And it will be a Penguins goal! Boarding at the net! Indicating the Penguins have scored. And this is a tie game at 4 with 35.9 as the Penguins get a goal with the goaltender pulled. Evans, Wu, and Filiaggi with Starr and Ofterheim. 36 seconds to try to break this tie. We don't know who's getting credit for the goal. I have no idea who centered that puck. But an advantageous bounce as the Gamblers gain the offensive zone, sending a cross-ice feed that'll be freed up for Filiaggi. He's got Evans if he can get it to him, but it's off of a Gambler. Evans will try again, this time off of a Gambler defenseman, and back comes Boyce. Boyce for the Gamblers to the outside. Off a Penguin, freed up, it'll be Evans now. He finds Filiaggi. 10 seconds left. Penguins trying to break the tie and take the lead here late. They have yet to lead. Filiaggi's shot sent wide. Ofterheim gets there. He'll center one. It skips around in front, and it'll be a second tie for the Pens Elite to start the World Invite. So 2 points for the Pens. No wins yet, and another tie. It looks like maybe Star with the centering pass on the replay. I don't know if it went off someone in front. So the Penguins earn a tie, 4-4, pick up a point. So that makes tomorrow morning's game against LA monumental for this club. We'll be back here in the morning to bring you this next one. So the Penguins with a 4-4, they battled back. I mean, down 2-0 going into the third period. They reunite Evans, Reel, and Filiaggi. And with the goalie pulled, they had Wu out there as well. The Pens able to get 4 goals in the third period. Green Bay was still able to get a pair, including one that went off the side of the cage on an empty net. So an exciting, if nothing else, an exciting hockey game here from Chicago. And we'll continue to bring you everything here from the World Invite. And hopefully we'll try to get an update on the standings. Both of these teams with 2 points. I don't know what the rest of the division looks like. They got to finish in the top 4 to make the playoffs. So tomorrow's game will be huge against the LA Junior Kings. We'll see you then.